Sup, fuckers? Okay, so this is one of the 6 episodes I'll do, right? I'm planning to do this for Alicia all the way from A0 to A5, right? So today, I'm comparing her to BAEK, not because I think BAEK can compete with her, but only because I think, well, I think, the only fucking SSR I have at A0 is BAEK right now, right? So I decided I might as well compare it, you know. So let me get into the setup, right? Okay, so the way we're gonna compare this, as you can see, my Alicia is A0, right? I have a level 40 A0 weapon on her. You see, what the fuck? You don't have a better weapon? I do have a level 100 A4 weapon. But okay, let's be honest. If I compared it with a level 100 A4 weapon, that shit would not be fair. Just saying. So we're comparing, you know, BAEK and Alicia, right? We're both of them have the same level of weapon, the same level of advancements. So their power, as you can see, are pretty similar, like 400 apart. So Alicia has 11,300 attack, 50% crit rate, 172% crit damage, 3% defense penetration, 6% damage increase. And BAEK has 12,400 defense, 50% crit rate, 175% crit damage, 2% defense penetration, and 5% damage increase. So he is on crit behemoth, and Alicia right now is on crit champion. So this is a semi-fair comparison, at least as power goes, right? So we're gonna have decent results. But just so you know Alicia's full A0 potential, right? I'm gonna put her on my Cha gear, which is gonna look a little bit like this. Okay, so this is how she look. Well, this is gonna be just, you know, for fun testing, right? This is kind of end game gearing. As you can see, right, I changed her weapon and I also changed her gear to crit beast, because obviously I switched her to Cha's gear, so she has a bit higher stats. So 14k attack, and 50% crit rate and 181% crit damage, as well as almost 15% defense penetration and 4% damage increase. So we'll see how much better the time is, because the stats are just a tiny bit, you know, higher. So, you know. Okay, boys, I'm not gonna tease you too much. I'll be honest, like, you're on screen, you already see my time for bear with weapon. So basically this first test, honestly, disclaimer, right, this is kind of a meme test more so than anything else, because I didn't think BAEK can really compete with Alicia. I thought maybe there's potential, but, you know, I really knew we couldn't. So you can see the stats on the table more or less. So BAEK had more crit damage, more defense. Well, I say more defense than Alicia had attack, and knowing the scalings, technically defense scalings are usually higher to compensate for the less defense, but, you know, that's besides the point. Fact of the matter is, you know, BAEK didn't really compete, so I did 2 categories. I didn't think there's any point in doing more, so I just did the bear with A0 level 40 weapon. So based on that one, Alicia's average time was 2 minutes at A0 with 193k total power. Now you may ask, why didn't you do it just with Alicia and with just BAEK? Well, because that shit would be sad. I would be like, with BAEK, I would probably be at 70% by the time runs out, and I didn't feel like going through those. And for Alicia, she would have probably also ended up with being at 40% by the time runs out. That's why I did it above recommended total power, and you can see there's like a whole flat minute difference between them. It's like, and that basically means that it wasn't even fucking close. Like, I'll be honest, 1 second is still comparable. 2 seconds, I think that, like, at 2 seconds there's like a wide gap, but, you know, that's besides the point. For the other category, it was the bear without a weapon. So for that one, it's not much different. I basically, the weapon, so it was literally just taking off the weapon. So for Alicia, that was like 20 seconds for the average time, and for BAEK, it was also more or less 20 seconds. It's just that, you know, BAEK, you know, had shit time, so it didn't really change much. I think BAEK could be better. The problem with BAEK is that he's very reliant on his long ass fucking skill animations, because if you're not hitting those skills, you're not applying defense break, you're losing damage. And the thing is, like, those skills basically wind blows in his direction, right? And he falls down on the ground because his skills need super armor. If his, like, as long as his skills don't have super armor, he's gonna be decent. But he's not gonna be able to compete with some of the very high level characters in this game. So yeah, as far as damage goes, right, I didn't expect anything else because he's a breaker. You can't expect Breaker to do a lot of damage. He's a supporting character, but his skill animations need to be either faster or he needs to have super armor. But yeah, you know, like, Alicia better damage. Woohoo! What a fucking surprise, right? I also put in the her results with the Chagier. As you can see, it's like a whole ass 20 fucking second difference. For the no weapon, it wasn't that much of a difference, but you know, 20 seconds with a level 100 A4 weapon. For the last column comparison, I just kind of put it in there so you have the general idea. I'm gonna make a video specifically comparing each of her advancements. So yeah, you know, for now, that's kind of it. Be waiting for more videos. This, as I said, this is just an appetizer. I didn't even really treat this test seriously. I just did it because I had BAEK at A0 and thought it would be pretty funny. But, you know, until then, right? I hope you have a good morning, day, evening, night, right? Whatever you're having, I hope you have a good one. And see you next time.